Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to A House of Many Doors. We're going crazy. We're just going straight up insane. Isn't that lovely? So, I've actually sort of looked over the stats, know what they do now. Very disappointed that we managed to get one of our crew members killed, but hey, it's fine. It's all fine. Hopefully Gandala can save me, hopefully. I mean, it's a town of wooden huts and walkways, propped on stilts above a kneecap, lukewarm ocean. Just a little town with a reputation for friendliness and amazing seafood. Is it now? We're gonna ask about the Heart's last visit to Gandala. The hand mentioned a fishing holiday. When you ask around, most of the villagers mumble and blush and hurry away. Fishing holiday, repeats one young fisherwoman before barking a laugh. No, the Heart came up here to marry a woman he barely knew. When they finally found him hiding under her bed, they had to drag him out by his ankles. He actually left fingernail gouges in the doorframe. "Scarlet," he was shouting. "Scarlet, I love you." You could hear it all over the village. You ask if she knows where to find this Scarlet. "Of course I can," says the fisherwoman. "She's my sister." She points at a house down the waterlogged street. She'll be in there sitting on her arse, the lazy cow. Well, let's knock on her door. It's a house like any other in Gandala. Creaking, wooden, warped with damp. Scarlet's a broad woman with a cherry red lips and a pair of pince-nez spectacles perched precariously on her snub nose. Sorry. She welcomes you into her house and gives you a wrapped trout dish for your journey. Haven't seen the Heart in 10 years. She starts brewing you a cup of tea. He forgot me as soon as he was back at the capital. Not bitter, mind. I knew what he was like when I married him. Just wish the rest of the village would stop going on about it. Perhaps you'll have better luck at Eld Abrathot. She sends you on your way with a long-suffering smile. Yes. You know, I think what we do is we spend all our money resting and recovering, because sanity would be nice. Just the smallest amount of sanity would be lovely. Oh, hey, look. I'm just delirious now. Oh, now I'm terrified. There, we're good. Good, great, love it. Gather news. Gossip is a Gandalan pastime. Seems to be a pastime everywhere, but hey, we'll let it slide. The trout's been especially delicious recently. The Firefighters Guild has foiled another arson attack by pyrophile apes. I have so many questions there. The mayor has donated half his wealth to helping Gandala's impoverished. Well, you made 5 friends just asking about this. Yes. You know, I don't have much in the way of crew now. Press gang your ghoul prisoner. You'll lose 1 ghoul prisoner and gain a lower deck crew member, and I could use a gunner. You show your prisoner your Kinetopede's weapons, talking them through the minutiae of loading and handling ammunition. Takes them a few confused minutes to realize that you're offering them a job. Time to earn your keep. Welcome to the crew. We're all about to die down here, but hey, it's fine. Wander the walkways. Oh, one of the fishers offers you her spare rod. Keep what you can, she promises. Keep what you catch, she promises. Fair enough. Cast the rod. Seems like an exercise in patience as much as skill. After hours of solemn contemplation of some muddy water, you haven't seen a fish, much less caught one. Better luck next time. Well. These things do happen. Anything interesting here? No, but I could sell Blinding Hooch. Bad idea, because it's 5 gold. Or 5 guineas, sorry. And Caloran Rum, which is... Interesting. Interesting. I could do this. No. We're gonna leave... Nope. Get over there. Leave the city. Now the question, where do I want to go? I kind of want to just actually head back to the City of Keys, possibly, or the City of Engines. Either would do. And they've got reverse controls. Not a fan. But I'm so close right here, you see, so it's like... We'll go east. Southeast to a city that's less than half real. Not quite, we're actually going to be going north... Yeah, northeast. Yes. North and then east. And actually... No, peaceful sleep. Actually, Graft... There you are. I'm aware that this will actually increase the speed of my Kinetopede and the fuel efficiency. And if it's faster, I can run, which is great. But yes, yeah, science. Ask if he knows anything about the City of Glass. One day I'll find it when my work is finished, says the doctor with a smile, but by then it will be irrelevant, haha. For now, no, I have no idea. Thanks. We'll listen to his monologues. I'm gonna spend a few resources on getting skills up. Because, while I would like to go ahead in the main story, I'd also like to survive to go ahead into the main story. So, listen to one of his monologues. He paces back and forth in front of the engine, ranting and rubbing his hands together. 1 graft, 15 apprehensions, go for it. Dr. Delgado cackles, snarls, throws his hands in the air, he makes wild proclamations about science, and mutters about the foolishness of those who oppose him. Occasionally he poses so dramatically that he trips over his lab coat, falls over, and has to dust himself off with as much dignity as he can muster. Finally, Delgado winds down. For the first time, he notices your presence. He coughs and asks how you're doing. Cool. Doing great. Doing just wonderful. And that boots up my graft to 36, which hopefully is enough to actually, outrun a Kinetopede or those blimps. Either one. I'm gonna have to face down both of them eventually. Hey, random event. Hopefully with positive side effects. Hopefully, fingers crossed. A library from another world collapsed on itself like a badly baked cake. A few scattered books lie among the rubble, but they're rotten and damp. At least one of them must have survived the years. You search for hours, but all the books have been eaten away by darkness and damp. Best move on. Yes. No. Peaceful sleep for once. I'm wondering... which... well... there might be other deities as a thing. Or there might not be. Not sure, but... not sure. I'll decide which one I want to side with when I actually, have some space to work with. Basically, right now, I'm kinda a little bit, how do I want to phrase this? Possibly about to die. Just randomly from all the wonderful things that have been showing up recently. Oh, some tangled thing drops from the ceiling and lands with a... oh, that's just the pause menu. Oh well. And lands with a thud just beyond your heartlight's reach. It scuttles away. Good! Good! Wonderful! This is lovely. There are things on the ceiling, which are trying... well, they aren't actively trying to kill me. That's good. And oh, hello, Eld Abrathot. Speak to me, city that isn't the skull of a dead god, I suspect? Nestled within the mouth and eye sockets of an enormous skull, Eld Abrathot is the principate center of trade, but it's also infamous for its overwhelming number of heresies, cults, and secret societies, and those who live beneath the dome of the grandfather skull for too long are said to go insane. Well then. Ask about the Heart's last visit to Eld Abrathot. The hand mentioned a cult called the Stone Eaters. It's difficult to make yourself heard in the crowded hubbub in the screws. You stand in the narrow street, trying to distinguish yourself from the other street hecklers distributing pamphlets, and ask passers-by about the Stone Eaters. A man slathered in swirling animated tattoos scratches his hand thoughtfully, his chin rather thoughtfully. The tattoos dance away from his fingernail. Yes, I've heard of them. He gives you some detailed directions, and then tries to thrust a pamphlet in your hand. But forget the Stone Eaters, why not join the cult of the murderous twins? They only murder each other. Track down the Stone Eaters. Thank you. Thanks. The Stone Eaters' headquarters is a broken-down building deep in the screws. The door opens onto a steep, gravelly slope. The Stone Eaters seem to have ripped out the floors and made the inside of their house a quarry. What do you want? Calls one of the grey-robed cultists at the bottom of the pit. A shower of pebbles falls from her mouth. What's your name? I am Priestess Muldain, says the cultist, throwing back her hood and smiling. Her teeth are a horrible array of broken splinters. Did the Heart send you? Has he remembered us at last? Explain that you are looking for the Prince's heart. The priestess's eyes widen. The Heart came to Eld Abrathot decades ago to found the Stone Eaters, she says in a hushed voice. He had a vision, you see, of stones with scars and teeth. He uncovered a whole new vein of the occult. We still follow his teachings today. He taught us how to devour a stone, although in his absence the old knowledge has been lost. Behind her, a cultist shrieks in pain as he attempts to bite through a rock. Shards of teeth bounce across the floor. I have so many other questions just right here. Who is your god? We have no god, says Princess Muldain. We worship the pale, the light within darkness. Lightless is the light that darkness hides. A fragment of an epiphany. Why did the heart leave? He needed to attend to his duties at the Summoner's Circle, says the priestess sadly. We understood, of course, the prince's eye came to take him back to Founder's Fire. Where might the heart have gone? She pauses thoughtfully. The heart always used to talk about traveling to Athena one day. He said that the hooded merchants had a unique knowledge of the occult, and he wanted to learn from them. Before you leave, the Stone Eaters insist on bringing you gifts. Thanks? Gifts for the heart when you see him, says the priestess. Cultists come forward and lay assorted oddities before you: spice, coffee, and effigy, a book of blasphemous rantings. The next stop is Athena. Dark rumors surround the hooded merchants. Best be prepared for trouble. Well, that's a thing. It will clear your head, though it carries the risk of making you sleepless. I mean... You know what, our sanity is fine, I'll probably leave it for now, but we might come back to that. Shadow of the Bizarre effigy? I think that damaged my sanity, it's fine. Wander the screws. The dome of the Grandfather's Skull darkens these maze-like streets. The screws are the epicenter of the chronic strangeness that afflicts Eld Abrathot, a web of shifting alleys and runt streets that seem much larger and more labyrinthine than is, strictly speaking, possible. Each strand of the screws brims with occultists, second-rate summoners, and their third-rate summons. Generally speaking, wandering through here without an experienced guide is a bad idea. The alleyways change behind you. You turn to find your previous route blocked by brick wall. For several hours you walk up and down endlessly squirrely little streets, looking for a way out. A toothless old woman follows you for miles, screeching your name. You never told her your name. Later, a young man staggers towards you. You hurry away when you see the maggots crawling over his face. Cool. Try to find a way out. You've heard of tourists getting lost in the screws for weeks on end. Most will end up joining a cult out of self-preservation. Oh, dearie me. But we passed it. Wonderful. After another hour of wandering, the way out opens itself to you. You smell cleaner air, and see a crowd of people who look relatively sane, and hurry through one last damp, dingy alley and burst out onto a normal street. No relief any longer, and you might have become just another mad screws denizen. Perhaps we don't do that again. But then the question becomes, where do we go? Actually, that's a fair point. I should talk to Tybalt at some point. What's, ooh. Not really anything I want to sell here. I might actually put the deactivated golem inside the museum. Just hold on. How many of those do I have? I have 2 of them. I can sell 1. Now, could I gather news? There are radios in every street corner, but using them costs a coin a minute. Oof. More expensive than it should be. An ivory chipper fell to his death as he mined the skull. Police warned that illegal cult activity is now more common in Eld Abrathot than organized crime. The citizenry's petition to gild the Grandfather's Skull has been vetoed by the prince. Well, Eld Abrathot drowns in darkness. Expensive, but we will rest. You've spent a long time in darkness. They need time to blow off steam. And now we're just unhinged, isn't that lovely? So much better. What the heck. Now, let's possibly go elsewhere. You know. Hold on. I could show Bradley a spectacular sight, which is tempting. But I could also just go back to the City of Keys, couldn't I? I don't know how common or how rare the fetch mirror is, but it's getting to the point where I'm probably better off getting out of here. Travel through the fetch mirror. You can reach large cities through the Mirrorwise as long as you've visited already. Yeah, I can go to the actual cities. Oh. travel through the Mirrorwise to the City of Keys. If you make it intact, which is, let it be said, far from certain, you will wait there for your crew to catch up to you. Go for it. Well. A journey through the Mirrorwise is much quicker than traveling through the house by Kinetopede, but in its own way it's equally perilous. The silver glass shatters as you step through it. This is a one-way journey. Would have been nice to know that a minute ago. You find yourself in a backward echo of your quarters, but when you open the door, the Mirrorwise beyond is a chaos of tidal colors and hungry kaleidoscopic joy. Your fear grows beneath your feet as prickling blades of violet grass. Except for those pockets solidified by an in-looking mirror, the Mirrorwise is shapeless and changing as a capricious sea. What will be your anchor? I think esoterica, knowledge. You've read all about this place, you know most of its tricks. Wonderful, there are certain tricks to the Mirrorwise, well-trodden paths that change less often and less explosively than the rest, corridors of static and predictable architecture, serenely reflected from other worlds. You bypass the wonders that other paths through the Mirrorwise might offer you, but you also bypass the horrors. Real world seems painfully pale in comparison. Haha! Victory of a sort. And it's more expensive here to actually rest, but you know what? That's fine. We're going to write some articles. We're going to make some money. Write a freelance report on current affairs in Eld Abrathan, with a 120 guinea distance bonus. Isn't that lovely? Let's see here. What do we decide? Key details, I think. It's less, valuable to us, but they pay money, and they're a pretty decent newspaper, a semi-satirical paper known for tweaking the nose of censors. You won't get paid well, but you might do some real journalism occasionally. So why not? The key details gives your article a whole page, opposite a furious expose of working conditions in the Howling Pits. Your name is prominent, but circulation is mediocre at best. You see only a few copies being read in the street. Several acquaintances make unexpected house calls to congratulate you on the quality of your writing. Oh, that was nice of them. Write another one. On Gandala. Same people. So that's just a repeated thing. Like, the information here doesn't really change, so... Fair enough. And now I have money. I've got a decent amount of money, in fact. Repair the hull, please. Thank you. Cool. Isn't that lovely? Wander the streets. What the heck? Dull booms form inside the factory. Screams from the Howling Pits. The city awaits you. Oh? Theological discourse. Step Temple Street is always loud with doom-saying and soothsaying and naysaying. But this is different. A heated debate between two opposing churches has gotten out of hand. The armored grave knights have been thoroughly outwitted by the arguments of the Silk Road Nahasite scholars. Which world spat the iron swine into the house? Did he even come here of his own divine will? The Gravitonites answer these questions the only way they know how, with fist and boot and club. Well... It's not really my fight, but... we could intervene on the Gravitonites' side. Perhaps the priests of the Undreaming Carcass will be grateful, besides their winning. Let's toss the coin. What the heck? Hey, look at that. Great, one of the gods hates me now. Good. You leap into the fray on the Graviton priest's side. The Nahashites are mostly already broken and bleeding. You deliver the remainder of a few violent ad hominems. After that, it's all over the bar the kicking. The priests of Graviton slap you on the back and promise that the Undreaming Carcass will guide your hand in future battles. Hopefully. Enough excitement for one day, though. Thank you. It's, been a trip. A hideous nightmare. I mean, why not? A mountain of boiling blood, a single staring eye erupting from one of its crevices, pinning you helpless in its gaze. Cool. So, question. Hi. Oh. I was kind of hoping to actually give you guys a golem, but apparently you won't take them. What's this about a copy of unsanctioned scripture? Would you take that? An open volume of unsanctioned scriptures sits in a glass case, behind a warning that sensitive eyes should find something less disturbing to examine. Will it still pass? Acceptable conformity to regulations. Cool. Yeah. It'll be fine, probably. How many bizarre effigies do I have? I'll get 2. Yeah, wonderful. 2 bizarre effigies loom in the atrium, their terrible stone faces turned toward the door. Isn't that lovely? Well, improvements there, and let's get ourselves new crew members. Just something happened, you know? Just don't ask too much about how they got killed. Days or weeks or months in a scuttling tin can, surrounded by strangers with questionable morals and mental health, and a significant risk of death or worse. Who wouldn't want to join your expedition? You hope the new prospects don't question why you're in constant need of new crew. You can put up a poster by the Kinetopede station, which is cheap but ineffective, or you can take out advertising space in one of the city's many newspapers, which will cast a wide net and doubtless attract prospects, but will be moderately expensive, but I have the money. So place an advertisement in the newspaper. The Surveyan Times, the Keybearer's Journal, the Hollow Trumpet, the Pioneer. Decisions. Hey. Ooh. I could go for another light bearer, though. An impossibly huge man, 8 feet tall at least and rippling with muscle. The effect is undone somewhat by his tiny pince-nez glasses. He's fond of kittens, babies, and bone-crushing hugs. At first you thought he wanted to be your god, but he's a devoted pacifist. Good for you, man. Come on board. Now, someone new. Zhang Ba Shou. See, I can't bring you on board because, well, I've already got to deal with Rutherford. Sorry. Junior engineer, not really what I need, but can take one. Although... No, junior engineer. There we go. Now, visit the dwellings. Could entertain our guests, but I was hoping to do something else that might be useful. Apparently I can't. I thought I had all these terrible things that had happened to me. You know, stories, experiences, all that fun stuff. All these things I expected to be able to do something about. Bah. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, I get details on... Oh, cool. Sorry guys, one moment, I'm gonna look over these gods real quick. Cobblestone, the trodden god, the carved and hewn. A sanctioned deity, you've attracted the attention of a god. They're not sure what to do with you, yet. Divine reproach, Nahash. The serpent, infinite coils, a sanctioned deity. This one trait shared amongst all gods is holding a grudge. If you allow a god's reproach to grow too high, you may suffer a divine curse. Expected. And Gravidon, the iron swine, the undreaming carcass. Another sanctioned deity. Alright. Interesting. Oh, it's the pilot that's dead. Wait, really? Huh. I could have sworn it was something else that got killed. But doesn't really matter right now. Let's see. The product of skilled orphan labor? Sure, why not? This is what I actually need. These two things, these are what I need. Just gotta save up a lot of money for them. Hazard coffee. Probably best to sell that. Galbekian traders, got nothing. Although arguably gunpowder might be a useful sort of thing to throw around. Another fetch mirror. It could save me from... You know what? Yes. We're gonna bring another fetch mirror out there because, frankly, things get very bad very quickly. Oh, I need more horrifying ideas. Basically, I need more stories to do anything worthwhile. Alright, no. Don't want to leave just yet. Want to rest, recover, become better. Slowly but surely. Apparently anxious is the best we can do, but you know what? I'm okay with that. Alright. Actually, I got more money. Put up a poster. Wonderful. Got myself a swabby. Well, we have the beginnings of a crew again, and some new guys for me to talk to. Next episode, I think we're going to go back to the City of Engines. I think it's about time we went back there. We had our fun going to the east, but now, possibly we want to actually explore the west. Possibly. Who knows? But for now, thank you for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly, and I will see you all soon.